There are two types of support involved here. One is body support. The body must move forward. After looping this backspin ball, your body should transition into a topspin posture. Isn't this how we play topspin? Many players, after looping backspin, end up like this. They fail to support the body. They sink downward by forcing downward like this, or by pulling backward. Both are incorrect. First, support your body upward. No matter how low you squat, when you rise at the end, you should arrive in a forehand drive ready position. See, doesn't it become a forehand drive stance? Then you can seamlessly follow up with topspin. This is not acceptable. You must first lift the body, because once you generate force, as the body rises, the arm naturally comes up as well. Never let the body sink downward. Never stay stuck at the backswing height. That is incorrect. Also, do not lean backward. All of this affects loop speed, as well as arc and pace. Many players squat low, and end even lower after looping. That means they never rose up. Backspin to topspin requires connection. Then I can attack directly. I don't even need to adjust my weight. The second support point is the elbow. Once the elbow drops, it stops moving at this point. Then when the forearm retracts, look. The elbow height does not exceed the net. It must rise above net height. Originally it was here. Now it's here. The elbow lifts up. This is my backswing. If the elbow stops here during contact, and the arm starts retracting, then the ball becomes a pure topspin arc. It never completes a parabola. So after coming down, the elbow must support upward, above net height. Only then can it stop. It rises to chest height. Then I retract the forearm. It must be higher than the net. Many players start retracting too early. This causes the arc to stop at 3 when it should reach 10. The elbow must reach at least 6. Support first, then retract. Watch my elbow closely. When it reaches chest level, at that moment, the upper arm has already created the arc. Then the forearm accelerates. Many players during this process collapse right after contact. It should be here. On fast receive situations, everything relies on elbow support. At this point, do not twist, flip, or push. Absolutely avoid those motions. The upper arm and forearm must continue supporting forward. Then accelerate the retraction. Never let the arm bend inward. This is the main reason for unstable arcs. Incomplete strokes. There is clearly follow-through remaining. But it stops here. Then quality cannot be produced. One support comes from the body, the second from the elbow. Everything becomes much easier. If everyone does these points well, even with imperfect technique, as long as friction accelerates, errors become much more forgiving. Under normal circumstances, all of these movements should be corrected, but many amateur players have played for many years, and changing them is very difficult. So just focus on these 4 points. Open the body and accelerate forward friction. Establish support in both key areas, and get the force direction right. Even if the technique isn't perfect, the ball will still land on the table. If you truly want to rebuild technique, it's honestly very difficult. So at the moment of contact, you must speed up this action. Right at ball contact, especially during the friction phase, you must execute it quickly. That's how the ball lifts. This is different from brute force. Force looks like this, not like that. Instead, it's about rapid forearm retraction. then rapid friction. Combined with the body. Many players, they can't grip the ball. For exactly this reason, at the instant of contact, the slower and softer it is, the harder it is to loop. This type of spin requires all movements to be completed instantly. Only then can the ball generate counter force. If at that instant, you can't execute those actions, and only complete 1/10, you can't neutralize the spin. The core takeaway today is exactly this: accelerating the motion, improving forearm retraction speed, so that at contact, the movement becomes effective. I divide the entire backspin loop into 3 stages. The backswing should be placed behind the right knee. The problem is that after contact, one common habit is pulling straight upward. Another common issue is stopping early. This is what I see most often. The biggest looping problem. You desperately pull upward, yet the ball still won't lift. That's the result. In reality, during forearm retraction and friction, the arc is created by fingers and wrist. That is the first layer of arc support. The second layer is the forearm, built on top of wrist friction. The forearm moves from here to here. That is the second safeguard. The third layer is the upper arm and shoulder. That is the third arc guarantee. The fourth layer is hip drive and body lift. In matches, if one link is missing, the other 3 compensate. If 2 are missing, the remaining to compensate. But if all are missing, the ball will never lift. True arc and friction are not produced by lifting the arm upward. Raising the upper arm alone doesn't work. Without forward momentum, errors will occur. So in looping, fingers and wrist create the arc. But what moves the ball forward? The forearm retraction angle. After looping, never think more spin means more upward. That is incorrect. During the looping process, there must be forward movement first. Forward force comes first. During forward movement, friction is already present. After creating the arc, you must accelerate. If you only push forward, the ball will go long. For better acceleration and quality, you must quickly retract the forearm. So the process is: backswing, move forward with definite friction, solidify the forward phase, then retract at the moment of contact. The swing path must move forward and upward. Only then can the ball truly be sent out. Many amateur players loop like this, pulling straight up with a high arc. It poses no threat at higher levels. If you are slow, your opponent has time to move and counter. Always remember, a loop must combine friction and impact to produce high-quality shots. So you must dare to go forward and upward. The upper arm drives the forearm. At this moment, you should be ready to strike the ball. After you are ready to make contact, the brushing action accelerates the forearm forward with a quick snap. This should be the correct stroke framework. Many players ignore the forward force. As a result, this loop shot only lifts the ball, but lacks forward penetration. At the instant of looping the ball, 3 points of drive must be achieved. Normally, the legs, hips, and shoulders should all generate power. But if you can't get your legs down, that's okay. First, open your body. Second, the hips, legs, and shoulders must transmit the force forward at the final moment. Right now, I'm not rotating. Now I am rotating. The force transfer of the right side of the body is opening and driving forward. The force transfer of the right side is the key to power output. You can't generate much power by relying on the arm alone. But when the body's inertia drives the forearm snap, the power becomes much greater. Open the body. Now the right side of my body is driving toward the front. At the moment of contact, drive the body mass forward. Then accelerate the arm. The body must always initiate first, because the body movement has a much larger range than the arm. Initiate with the body. Then drive the arm and snap the forearm. This makes your entire body movement compact and connected. After opening up, shoot. When you drive the body toward the front, the body's force transfer is already complete. Many players, when looping, first open up, then drive forward with power. This is your target. In the end, let all of your body movement drive toward the front. At this point, the body has completed its task. Your body and your arm must be coordinated. Their force directions must be the same. Even if you can't squat down, it's fine. But you must open the body first. Then drive forward. Once their force directions are aligned, the quality of your shot will be high.